West Australia, where you probably know that we haven't had any infections since April.
No. Well done. I nearly said well
been...
done there, but I don't know how much personal responsibility you bear for this, Valerie.
No, I was a Lord Mayor many years ago, but I'm not now.
Okay,
I'm in the UK because I've got family here. I'm absolutely appalled at the messages that are going out for people what they're supposed to do. The first thing is, if we're testing, it means nothing unless we get the results in 24 hours.
Wow.
Because then otherwise we can't trace. All right, that's one thing. The next thing is, when children go to school, and I ran a school many years ago, so I'm a little bit qualified, and I've been watching what's been going on around the world.
There's quite a lot on your CV, isn't there, Valerie?
There's a lot on my CV. I've just written my last story, actually, so I'll give you a copy. But what I want to say is that when children go to school, they should wear a mask going into the school. They should sit down at their desk. They should have a little plastic container to put their mask in to stop them from getting infected any further than themselves. When they leave the classroom, the desk, they should put the masks on when they're moving around the school. When they go back to sit down, then, okay, they can take them off. Now, there's another thing we don't address here very much, and which we're all wearing overseas in many, many countries, is the shield, which is non-invasive because children can see through those.
But if I went to Australia now, how many children... I mean, is it compulsory in Western Australia to wear shields in classrooms?
No, because there's no infection. We haven't got any infection in West Australia.
Not the best question. Not the best question I've ever asked. Where are you drawing your...
Victoria,
forgive me.
They are doing
right,
pretty
Victoria.
well with bringing the numbers down now, and so is New South Wales. But changing the subject, I want to finish up what I'm saying about the situation with schools here. When it comes to the children leaving school, they wear masks, their parents wear masks. Now, this is where it gets hard.
Go on.
Because in a lot of Asian countries, and I've had SARS and other things when I've lived in Asia for 40 years, what happens is when the children leave their school, they change their clothes and put them in a bag, perhaps in the back of the car.
Oh, wow.
Because if anybody sneezed on those children's clothes, they are still infected, right?
Yeah, of course.
So this is something this country has to look at. Because all I'm seeing here, and I'm really, really angry about this,
I can tell,
is do this, do that, watch the numbers, do this. Everything is not describing exactly what people should be doing. It's not telling people the facts as they should be told. And I don't believe that the people here, and I've known a lot of people here in my life. I come from a family that had big businesses here, including meat businesses. Now, I want to say to you that I don't believe these people running the government don't know these things. If they don't, they're stupid and they shouldn't be in.
Blimey. And
I've said my bit now.
You certainly have. I'm sort of taking a metaphorical step back from the microphone. But you derive your confidence. So there have been a total of 653 cases in Western Australia. We know 25, just north of 25,000 across the country. But you derive your confidence from how the Victorian government has conducted itself.
No, from worldwide, because I used to do a lot of business with Asia and China and everywhere else. So I've been keeping in touch with all these places.
And if you were in charge now, if we put you in charge of this...
I would have been in Parliament here. I was going to go in many years ago, but I went out to Australia and went into local politics there. So anyway, what were you going to say to me? Sorry.
But that's all right. The message would be just more clear instruction on exactly what everybody must do. Because listen, far be it... Hang on a minute. This is usually the other way around. I'm supposed to be interrupting you every 30 seconds. Far be it from me to stick up for this government, but they are kind of telling schools what they have to do.
Kind of telling, yeah.
Well, so what would you add to it?
I just told you what I would add to it.
You haven't really. I mean, masks aren't proven. Okay.
Yeah.
No, all right. So you'd be belt and braces is the way that we'd phrase it then. You would literally throw everything you can at this potential problem in the hope of avoiding it. Valerie, I sense we'll talk again.